Welcome to Garden Chat Wednesday. I'm here in the greenhouse with Sherry Hoyt. We're actually draining our aquatic garden right now. It's about 55 degrees, so we don't think the temperatures are going to get too much better before spring. So we actually are a little bit behind schedule because we didn't divide these water plants last year, which is not really a good thing for water plants. They take a lot of heavy fertilizer. So what we brought in is one of our other water lilies, and Sherry's going to go through the process with us of how we do divisions of the hardy water lilies. Sherry, you want to show them what we've got and what you're doing?
Sure. This is our hardy water lily. It's been about a year since we've divided it. Therefore, you can see they're climbing out of the pots and they're real tight. What I'm going to do is divide it and put it in a new pot, and we will go from there. What you need to start with is a round pot because the water lilies are actually going to grow across the pot. I use a heavy clay with some sand or some just a lighter mix in it. They are heavy feeders and they like the clay because there's lots of nutrients in it. What I did is I actually cut off a growing tip from these older water lilies. I went down and reached in here and I cut off a tip right here. This is my growing tip, and this is what they look like. It's kind of a messy job, but they do bloom beautifully once they get going. I have lots of roots on this one. I just break them off and it's fine because they'll start again. Clear your growing tip off. Sorry, I keep moving. Alright, you're going to want 3 in a pot, and because they grow across the pot, I put them, this part where I cut goes against the back of the pot. I just make a little hole, goes down against the pot, and then what you're going to want to do is cover it back up.
That clay soil also helps it you can pack it a little bit better, so it keeps it from getting loose in the water afterwards.
That actually helps also, since you have little pieces. I do put rocks around there so they don't come loose until the roots set. That is one, and this is going to grow across the pot, and then they'll come up some and they bloom all over throughout the middle. Your second one, same thing. These are all the roots on the bottom. This is your growing tip, and there again we're going to put it against the pot. Put it in there pretty secure. Put soil around, a couple rocks. Okay, then here's my third one. You'll want one more. This one also we put down in the pot. A couple rocks so you don't get dislodged.
That rock method was actually something you learned after having koi with our water plants. So koi are wonderful to have in the water garden, but they really don't mix that well with water plants. So I think after that you put gravel on?
I do put gravel. I do have some gravel down here. I put the pea gravel on the top. Just tries to keeps any fish or animals that are in your pond. Kind of deters them from digging.
It's amazing how much that grew in one season, but from that water lily to this, you can really tell you don't need a lot of plant material to go back in. But I think it's also successful because you do a lot of fertilization. So how often do you fertilize these in the growing season?
If you want your water lilies to bloom profusely and regularly, I feed the water lilies every 2 weeks. They do take a tablet fertilizer. You can find it online. I get a large supply, usually about 100 for the year, but I do get in and feed all the water lilies about every 2 weeks, and it keeps them blooming throughout the season.
So if you don't want to have this muddy job at home, just come out and enjoy our water garden, and thank you for joining us for Garden Chat Wednesday.